Welcome back. This is Watertown 365. We are here with some scoops, news, and stories, business highlights, information about how three Watertown volunteers braved the heavy rains to continue Watertown's tree planting tradition on a Saturday morning. We have information about 5 Fort Drum soldiers who jumped into action to help the victims of a fiery crash. We have information about your grocery shopping that you don't want to miss, the chance to help disabled American veterans. The J.B. Wise building is in the works of being restored for commercial use. There is a hot investigation underway with the city police about the theft of an electric bicycle. The Canton Church and Community Program needs your help to make a child's holiday brighter this Christmas. We have information about some local businesses, COVID-19, so much packed in. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the tree planting tradition that happens in Watertown, and you're going to want to know about this. So here's what happened. Volunteers braved the elements to continue Watertown's tree planting tradition on Saturday morning. The organization is called Tree Watertown, and they hosted their 20th annual Fall Tree Planting Project. Community members helped to plant 50 bare root trees at various spots around the Jefferson County Fairgrounds. The city's arborist, Michael DeMarco, says the city wants to continue planting trees in places they didn't previously exist, and replanting trees where others had to be removed in the past. This, he says, helps to keep Watertown's Tree City USA designation, which is something the city is very proud of. They continue to push forward and push the boundaries to create better planting programs. There is the DPW's Spring Planting Projects, where citizens can have a tree planted on their own property. Now, here's where you come in. If you're interested in being added to the list, or if you want a tree planted on your property, call the city's planning department and they can make it happen. Good to know that these things are happening. Now, next up, did you know there was a fiery crash on Arsenal Street of all places? I mean, what a dramatic happenstance. Let's find out what happened. And Watertown has honored 5 Fort Drum soldiers who jumped into action to help the victims of a fiery crash. So the soldiers received a special coin from Mayor Jeff Smith after he dedicated the day to them. It was in recognition for the soldiers' actions on October 14th after a pickup truck collided with an SUV on Arsenal Street. The soldiers helped get passengers out of the burning truck, and for some of the soldiers, recognition was a surprise, and while it's rewarding, they say they were just happy to help. Next, talk about speaking of like the heroes in the military, let's talk about how this relates to you and your grocery shopping. Price Chopper. Shop at Price Chopper this month, and you'll have the chance to help the Disabled American Veterans, the DAV organization. From now until November 30th, shoppers will be able to round up their change at checkout, and 100% of which will go directly to the DAV. Price Chopper will be kicking off the fundraising with a $5,000 donation. The DAV is a nonprofit charity which provides lifetime support to more than 1 million veterans of all generations and their families every year. Now, here's what's interesting. Loft Apartments, just like in the movie. So Loft Apartments, an office space, is planned for the J.B. Wise building. Check this out. A Syracuse developer has purchased a vacant building at 259 J.B. Wise Place with plans to turn it into loft apartments and commercial space. This is Jim Bonner, who owned the building with his 2 sons, confirmed the sale was finalized 2 weeks ago. This downtown building sold for $295,000, and a sign went up during the past day or so that says that loft apartments and office space are coming soon. Real estate developer Dan Query, owner of Query Development Co. Syracuse, plans to renovate the 3-story brick building for commercial use and upper floor apartments. The developer, who's described as being involved in a number of properties in Syracuse, plans to restore the building for commercial use on the ground floor and market rate apartments on the 2nd and 3rd floors. Local officials were contacted by the developer several months ago about plans for the building. The developer intends to work with the Watertown Local Development Corp., also known as the Watertown Trust, for possible financial assistance. The The developer had also contacted the city planning department about zoning issues before purchasing the building, and the building is currently assessed at $133,100. Now, here's what's happening next. Police are investigating the theft of an electric bike in Watertown. City police are investigating the theft of an electric bicycle from Coffeen Heights Apartments. On Sunday morning, a person was seen riding a mountain bike from the complex's parking lot, and minutes later, a person wearing similar clothes was seen returning back to the complex on foot. The person then left on a stolen 4Asian 20-inch electric bicycle, which has a black and orange frame with orange colored rims. So very distinctive, good to know, especially if you know someone or you've seen this bike, which was last seen being ridden on Coffeen Street, going toward the area of Ballou Avenue. There was no battery attached to the bicycle at the time it was stolen. Now, if you have information about this bike, if you've seen it, if you know anything, if you have a hot lead, hot tip, contact the Watertown City Police Department at 315-782-2233. Let's next talk about the Giving Tree program that is happening in Canton. This is the Canton Church and Community Program. Now, they need your help to make a child's holiday brighter this Christmas. The program will provide local children from families in need with clothing and toy gift vouchers, as well as a pair of new pajamas and a hand-knitted hat made by a local group. Each family will also receive a food voucher. Now, if you want to give to Giving Tree 2021, you may take a tag envelope from one of the many trees around town and send a donation to Church and Community Giving Tree at P.O. Box 55, Canton, NY 13617, and you can also drop off your donation at the Second Chance Thrift Shop at 30 Court Street in Canton. And if you prefer to go online, here is the web address. It is ccpcanton.org. Here's the website. And then apparently on this site, over on the middle right, there's a donate button, and you can pay with PayPal right then and there, right there on the web. What a time to be alive, the digital age, information superhighway, all that good stuff. And there is a drop down somewhere here as well, where you can choose Giving Tree and enter the amount. All I see is a donate button. But apparently maybe they'll change it, but there should be a way to choose Giving Tree and then enter the amount. Gifts will be distributed to parents on December 4th. Now, let's talk about the important stuff, the COVID, whatever's happening there. 171 new COVID-19 cases Wednesday. No new deaths in Jefferson, Lewis, or St. Lawrence counties. Jefferson County reported 60 new cases, bringing its total to 11,032. 25 people in the hospital, up 3 from Tuesday, and the county has experienced 110 deaths. Now, let's talk about some local Watertown businesses. We always like to talk about those. We have Thrifted. Thrifted offers hand-picked and previously loved modern and vintage clothing, accessories, shoes, kitschy knickknacks, books, and more. Get your favorite brands without breaking the bank. They're located at 106 Court Street in Watertown, 408-805-5474. They are closed Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, but they are open Wednesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. They have an Instagram page, which is Insta Thrifted. So here we go. So you can see what kind of cool Bruce Springsteen, Wrecking Ball, kind of vintage clothing they have. It looks like a lot of fun. That is at 106 Court Street. Next, Long Ways Diner, which has been a family-owned business since 1966. Now check them out at longwaysdiner.com. Heck, even online ordering. Isn't that cool? So let's check out their menu. So coming soon. All right, let's check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/longwaysdiner. They have club sandwiches. They have blueberry pie, steak sandwich and cheese fries, pulled beef sandwich with mashed potatoes, a cool breakfast. Looks like a chicken fried steak. and desserts. So the thing about Longways Diner is that they are a diner that still does real home cooking, where the grill is right out front, where you can watch the cooks prepare your meal, not hidden behind a wall where you do not know what's going on. You can order breakfast or anything else on the menu from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. They're located at State Route 342. That's 23725 State Route 342. Let's try and see where that is. If that map makes any sense to you at all, for Route 37 and 342, that is right around where the Longways Diner is, and I thought they have a gallery. So there's the outside if you've driven past it. There's the inside where they cook all the food in front of you. Looks like there's some kind of like meatball soup, and leaner wieners are sure hits for satisfying lunches. Looks like all kinds of cool stuff, right? And they even have the electric car charging out front. So what is not to like? I mean, there's like French toast in there, there's crepes, there's pie. So that is Longways Diner. If you're hungry, check out that place. And thank you personally for tuning in to this week's episode. Our website is watertown365.com, where you can stay up to date on local news, including how you too can meet soldier musician JP. How there is changes in the healthcare industry, there are changes in the transportation plan, there is a pool that will be open next summer, fall foliage at its peak, so much to know, so much news. That's Watertown 365, and then you can click on from there onto our Facebook page to click and respond and interact with us. That is Watertown 365. And so we will see you next week to share with you all kinds of news, whatever we can pack into these exciting episodes. Watertown365.com is the place to go. We will see you there, and thank you for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.